Hola again. Now we'll be installing Node.JS, which is a back-end JavaScript runtime environment. What that means is Node allows us to execute JavaScript on the back end. And pass server is actually written in JavaScript. So we do need Node to actually make our project work. So let's do that. This is the stable version. Currently, the LTS, the long-term support stable version, is version 14, and then there is the latest version, which has newer features and all that. But we want to stick them to the most stable version. So let's click on that. Okay, let's run the installer. We want to click next. We want to accept the terms. You can read them if you want to, as always. Next. And we want Node to be installed inside the program files folder by default, inside the folder Node.js. That is just fine. These are you choose the packages you want to install. We want to install Node.js, so definitely that is fine. The actual runtime environment. We also need NPM. NPM stands for Node Package Manager. We need NPM to be able to download all the packages and dependency libraries will be needed. So with NPM, you can fetch whatever it is you want to fetch, kind of like from from the Node ecosystem, all the libraries that are available. You can use Node to download them. You can use NPM. Sorry, you can use NPM to download them. We want the online documentation. No, that one is not very relevant. But we also want Node to be added to path. What that means is that when you go to command prompt, for example, when you type, for example, let me just change the current working folder to music, for example. And then when you show the contents of the DAW, you see there is nothing inside the directory. It's just a current folder and previous folder, the links to those kind of things. But when you call shutdown program, just click on it, it actually answers. Even though the fact that shutdown is not located inside this folder, it doesn't exist here. Shutdown is actually located inside Windows system 32, and then you can call shutdown. So this is the actual program that we just called. It is located inside C Windows system 32, but when we call it while we are inside C uses quantum music, when you call shutdown, it will also answer. That is because shutdown is included inside the path environment, the environment variable. So that's we want Node to also be included there, so we can call it wherever we are inside our command prompt. So next, uh, automatically install necessary tools. Note that this will include whatever the script will pop up. No, we don't want to do that for now. Let's just continue. Okay, Node has been installed successfully. Let's finish that. Let's also install Git. Now, why would we need Git? Git is a version control tool, if you will, or software. What that means is that Git allows you to do this kind of cloning, fetching, pushing, and you know committing to changes on a project you are working on, usually an open source or closed source project. It doesn't really matter. But why we'll be needing Git is that where past server is located in is actually hosted, the repository of past server is hosted on GitHub. And we also need the past server depend on a lot of libraries and packages and other repositories. So if you want to fetch something from GitHub, one of the most convenient way in which NPM will be using is using Git. So Git clone blah blah blah. So we also need to install Git. It's actually we have to install Git because NPM, the node package manager, relies on it. So let's download it. We want, okay, we don't have to actually, it's getting it already, the 64-bit version. Okay, I want to click next. The installation folder is fine. This looks fine. Fine, click next. Use the SSL library. Click next. Check out Windows style commit Unix style line and then blah blah blah. Just click next. We don't have to really worry about all this the options and all that kind of stuff since we're not going to be, Git is not our focus software, so we can just click next. Okay, so we have successfully installed Node.js and Git. So that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, day.